Hi everybody, thank you for joining us for our Tuesday weather video brought to you by Country TV on Sky Channel 081. Well, check out this satellite map. I was just saying to someone before, this looks like a boomerang cloud coming straight out of Australia. The difference is, unlike a boomerang, it won't curve around and come back. Unless, of course, you count it going all the way around the globe and coming back that way. So this is coming in with some rain for Tuesday night and then Wednesday morning for the North Island. There could be isolated heavy falls along the western coastline, only getting some spits over into the east. This is how it looks on the animated wind map. You can see very clearly that area of cloud being fed by this subtropical northerly flow. It's coming out of the Cairns, Queensland, Coral Sea area, and it's funneling in right through this area here. So when you've got that sort of subtropical feed on one side and a warm to dry westerly coming in behind it, that usually sparks a few heavy downpours. Now, before we get into the forecast for the next day or two, I just wanted to quickly show you this interesting map. It comes out of the US government, of course, and it shows all the rain that's been falling for the last 2 weeks. Now, interestingly, it shows this line here from South Australia. That's the South Australia storm that came through and all the downpours that came with it. It also shows those northeasterly rain events that we had around the upper North Island over the last week. It shows them quite clearly. Coromandel, of course, got about a metre of rain. That's more like what we get in Fiordland. So New Zealand's weather certainly all around the wrong way at the moment. But more importantly, I wanted to show you what's happening up here. Around the tropics, we've got a lot of rain falling up towards the Philippines, around Papua New Guinea. And this is the reason why the Aussie and the American forecasters are saying this feels a lot like La Nina is forming. But the confidence of it actually being officially declared is still sort of low to moderate. It's not that high. But you can see all the rain is forming there. And the flip side, over in Australia, I've been talking about this Indian Ocean dipole. That's the Indian Ocean's version of El Nino, where all the warm water goes over this side to the eastern side. So all these big downpours here for the last 2 weeks around Indonesia, all caused by that. So you've got a convergence here of the warmer than usual temperatures in the sea, creating more rain over here and pushing that down across Australia. That's why Alice Springs at the moment is wetter than Canterbury. And up here, a sort of a spluttering, not La Nina, but it's trying to get going, and it's all converging around this part of the world. So we're watching it very closely to see what happens as we go on towards summer. When you start to see all the rainmakers lining up here, that's when we're sort of a lot more confident that La Nina is coming in, but they measure it around the equator. So I just wanted to share that with you. Very interesting map showing all this accumulated rain, and if you think it's been wet in New Zealand, nothing like what they're getting up in the tropics, that's for sure. Okay, let's take a quick look at the forecast for the next couple of days. And you saw on that map, that line of rain feeding out like that across from South Australia towards New Zealand. It's certainly happening a lot at the moment, and there's no shortage of rainmakers coming through following that same pattern. A little bit further south this time around, so the west coast is getting more rain than they got over the last couple of weeks. And the eastern sides, you're going to have a mixture of, it's a bit more spring-like. You've had a lot of cloud, low-level cloud and drizzle for the last couple of weeks, and those easterly winds. Well, that's changing now. Now you've got more of a variety of sunny days, cloudy days with some spits and spillover, and even a couple of southerlies coming in there. So the forecast is changing because of this new westerly pattern. And you see here on Thursday, there's sort of no end in sight. It's a lot of west to southwest winds coming through over the next few days, downpours on the western side and mostly dry along that eastern side. We've got one more here for Friday. This is a bit of a southerly. It resets the temperatures though to normal, not colder. So while it's going to drop a few degrees, like Hawke's Bay is going to go from 22 degrees to maybe only 16. 16's around about average for this time of the year. And the showers, just a few coming in maybe to Canterbury. Won't be a huge amount, don't get too excited, but some coming through there. That's good news as well. Don't forget, for the 10-minute long 10-day forecast, go to Sky Channel 081 for Country TV.